Since 1932, these two programs have defined conferences, won national titles, and no matter what happens, they find their way back to each other. And when these two meet, the whole nation pays attention. Glad to have you with us from the original Cotton Bowl, located on the fairgrounds in the heart of Dallas, Texas. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFB this year, the Texas Longhorns, taking on the 21st ranked team in the land, the Oklahoma Sooners. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Longhorns will get us started with the opening kickoff. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the Oklahoma Sooners offense will dial up the first ball plays in this one. You go back over the history of this rivalry, and there have certainly been close games, but there have also been a large number of blowouts, and we had one last year for the Horns, David.
And I think as a Texas fan, you better understand that, because when you win big the year before, OU is going to come out with their hair on fire, Jesse, ready to make a statement.
When I think back to last year's game, I think what impressed me so much about Texas was that they stepped up and brought their A-game to the ballpark in the Red River rivalry, one of the biggest games of the year. Let's see who's going to step up in this one today.
Fine play action. He wants to take the top off. Brings it in down the left side. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practical.
Turning it on! Makes the stop at the 23-yard line, but it's a pickup of 15. A first down, and this offense is smelling the end zone. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. And the Sooners racing to the line in a hurry-up. In the red area, it's Alexander. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line, a loss of 1. Tempo and overdrive. Off the RPO, fire right, trying to convert. Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Now looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. And he'll kick for the 3 from 36 yards out in the right hash. It's good. Easy call for the refs. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
And he'll take that first drive. Like, you wanted a touchdown, but you gave the people here at home something to cheer about on that first drive. Move the football enough to get your kicker an opportunity and to put 3 on the board.
So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. On the move from inside his spot. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic that they'd get him on the ground at the 20. So Texas's offense has the ball for the first time. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone, and you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming in this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
And the Longhorns come to the line needing just inches for the first down. Dropping back, it's Manning. Bringing the heat. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. And this is dropped. Oh, my goodness. It was just too easy, and he didn't look it in. And the Longhorns decide to punt it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. No chance for a return. He makes the fair catch at the 26, and that's where they'll go to work. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. So they've put up some early points, and now to build on this 3-0 lead. Here's a heat. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? With the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
The Sooners getting set on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. That's reeled in, it's Sategna. He's brought down quickly, minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Looking for space, it's Alexander. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. The Sooners are in the hurry-up. They'll run the option. He'll toss it.
You kind of thought in that situation QB might keep it, but makes the right read. Gets it to the pitch man, and what does he do? Gets downhill. Get downhill and get that first down. New set of downs. Nice execution on the option by this offense.
Unloads quickly.
The quick passing game does several things. One, it doesn't let the pass rush get you. Those great defensive linemen, the ball's coming out so fast they can't get there. And then what else? It gets me ahead of the sticks. I don't have to worry about getting in long yardage and predictable situations.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
Looking to throw, it's Mateer. Makes the grab. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide, and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Not much room to run. Let's give him 1 to the 33. They're looking at a 3rd down and short from the 33. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked 1 time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
Right down the boulevard. It's good. The lead is 6 in the first.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
So the kickoff team is out there ready to put it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So now the Longhorns take over, and they'll send out the offense. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Breaks into the open. He goes out of bounds. They'll mark him right at the 30-yard line. That's the kind of play that can give a drive momentum. They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10.
It's really nice to be a quarterback in today's football when running backs are basically wide receivers. Not only can you split them out, you keep them at running back, nothing open, I dump it to him. Look at that. He makes a big play for me.
Finally stopped at the 46 after a 15-yard gain. They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on 1st down. Lofts one high and deep. Makes the catch. He gets it in. Touchdown, Texas!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Arkansas State fell behind early, and it's been an uphill climb since. The thing is, this is a program that's worked the portal about as well as anyone. These kids are tough, and they could just find a way. They're trailing by just 4 to Troy. Obviously, big implications here in the Sun Belt, and as this one plays out, we'll keep you posted.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. Looking downfield. It's Mateer. Caught behind the line. It's Alexander. He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. And the Sooners will punt this one away. His first one of the day gave that leg a workout 5 times in last week's victory. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Here comes the Texas offense. We got a tight one early, and they go back on the attack, holding a 7-6 lead. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And he bats it away. It falls incomplete. A lot of chapters in this rivalry. They've been in different conferences. They've been in the same conference, and now they're going to the SEC to elevate this feud.
And I feel like it just takes rivalry games in the SEC to a whole new level. Right? When you think about Texas and Oklahoma, you think about past Heisman Trophy winners and national championships. And now, David, you're adding that to Florida, Georgia, Alabama, LSU. It's just an entire...
Fires one high and deep. Intercepted deep in his own end. Going the other way, and he's got room. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there.
Sometimes the quarterback puts that zip on it, and you can hear it. Sometimes he uses the lob wedge where it takes a little time to get there. That time, he used the lob wedge, and the defender came in and made the interception. Big play for this defense early.
Off the play fake on 1st down. And the throw out to the sideline, good for just a few yards. The Sooners want to pick up the tempo. The inside handoff. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? Offense breaks the huddle on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to the big tight end. A strike downfield. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
He gets down to the 25 before going out of bounds. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Tight end now in motion. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. The Sooners have this offense rolling. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Here's the pressure. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
This has been the problem for the offense in this game so far, guys. They're getting down into the red zone, but they're not able to punctuate these drives with touchdowns. They've had to settle for field goals already, and getting sacked on first down in the red zone again is putting them in a bad position all of a sudden, moving backwards. The offense has got to be better in this critical area.
Here it would just be a 30-yard field goal try. Let's see how aggressive they're going to be to try to pick up that first down. Leaves it with the back. They wrestle him down at the 16-yard line. A third down stop. Now to see what they do on fourth down. So here comes the field goal unit. They've been doing work today. They've already made a couple. The holder will put it down on the right hash. A 33-yard try. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. And with that, they've taken the lead.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. And he'll bring it back. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Looking to pass. It's Manning. Throws for the tight end. It's caught downfield. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Connection to the right. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Looking to throw on first down. Pulls it in. It's Wingo. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. The Longhorns with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Quarterback adapting. Got his man on the right. He wasn't far from taking it to the house, and that'll be the final play of the first quarter. At the end of the period, Oklahoma has the lead. One period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. First play of the period, first down here. They'll try it on the ground, running the counter. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
That's the beauty of misdirection in the run game, right? You try to show the defense one look, and then you come back and hit them the other way when they're not expecting it.
Good toss. And the fourth option there is to throw it in reverse, and that's what happened on that one. Got some work to do on second down after that last one. They need 13. Wants to go up top. The sweet feet buy a little time. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Longhorns! This guy is so impressive, folks. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And they take another look at the play with the officials on the field. We're right, and the play will stand. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're on top by 5. They put together an 81-yard drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Oklahoma offense. Guys, that last trip a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, they just got to be more physical at the point of attack, get some push up front. They need to be the best running team in this game to win.
Caught in the backfield, it's Gibson.
I know everyone's yelling, like, you didn't get the first down, we need more yards. But if you think about it, nice short completion, sets up a third down. And guess what? Nowadays, fourth down, green light. We're going to go for it anyways.
Fires to the wideout. Grabbed over the middle. It's Gibson. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it.
Makes the grab at the 10. Almost took it all the way there, but it's a huge gain, and they're set up with a first and goal. Back to pass, it's Mateer. Why not trying to get it in? Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. See if they can get it done on second and goal. Trying to barge in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Sooners!
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming into this season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout year. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done, and he's showing it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
And with the extra point, they have a 2-point lead. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers it well to not give back that last score. Fielded in the end zone, it's Gibson. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Good timing on the quick out. He'll go out of bounds at the 22, methodically moving it away from their own end zone. The Longhorns can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Oh, he's got a chance. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Texas calls his campus the 40 acres. This running game might cover 40 acres before it's over.
That would be a heck of a day. I don't know how many yards that would be. That would be a good conversion. How good's your math, Reese, to try to calculate that? But they're having a lot of success, a lot of history with great running backs at the University of Texas. And this guy is having a day.
To the air on second down. That's caught. It's Young. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room. The Longhorns come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. To the air, it's Manning. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. Love to see these third down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line. And the Longhorns are moving quickly down the field. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 40. Wide receiver comes in motion. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. On target to the left. That's where they'll mark him down, but what a play there to pick up a 1st down. And the Longhorns come to the line with a new set of downs. This time they'll go to the running game. Found that crease, and they knock him down after a pickup of 5 to the 32. Got 6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Back to pass. Lets it fly deep downfield. Touchdown, Texas! They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them.
And that's what I love about empty sets and formations on offense, is that when you spread the defense out, you create bigger lanes to throw into. You saw it right.
And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. Another look just to confirm everything. The officials on the field got it right. Play will stand. They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're on top by 5. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, the big top 15 battle is underway, and it's been very interesting so far. Ole Miss is currently up big right now in a game they'll be talking about round the Grove for a long time. They're up 14 over Texas A&M. Week in and week out in the SEC, it's a battle of attrition. And if anything big changes, you'll hear about it here.
Oh, he's got some space. And the first guy couldn't get him, but the second one does, but not until he picks up the 1st down.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the 1st down, and they like to do this. When they make a 1st down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
Makes the grab. It's Alexander. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. Hand off from the shotgun. And he was able to run through a tackle, and they finally get him, but not until he picks up the 1st down. You know, Oklahoma's DNA is being tough. They have a whole drill about being tough named after them, the Oklahoma drill, and they won that one.
And we've seen that kind of come and go some throughout the years, but it started with serious physicality back in the day when they ran the option and just hit you in the mouth, but you know, football's involved, and that's the one thing about this offense. Can they keep their physicality and assert their physicality? The good Oklahoma teams are physical.
And the Sooners come to the line in the hurry-up.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play, because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a ball.
3rd down, man. I think this offense would want to throw it down the field, at least past the sticks. With this defense and their athleticism and speed, they gobbled him up behind the line of scrimmage.
Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. That slices the lead to 2. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out.
How about it? 50-plus, no problem. Big leg, nice accuracy. That's a big-time kick for this young man.
Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a a good one. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. From the gun, the ground game. Gets it past the marker. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling there out to the 35. The Longhorns, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Looking for a man. It's Manning. Makes the grab. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
Man, this quarterback is having himself a day. Over 200 yards in the first half. It was hard enough for Palmer to get over 200 in a game, more or less in the first half.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
He lobs one high down the left side. And that deep shot's going to wind up incomplete, but we do have a flag on the field. Let's see what the official says. Some hand fighting at the point of the catch will draw the penalty, but this one is going to go against the offense. Now on second down. Looking to fire. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
This QB has had a lot of success all day long, throwing for so many touchdowns, looking very comfortable. Finally, the defense gets to him. Finally, the defense gets a win. They needed something to go their way. Got to start getting...
Looking deep down the right side. Got it in stride inside the 20. He's got the sidelines going nuts as he gets it down to the 18-yard line.
He came into this year with big expectations. Everybody expecting him to stat it up. And now with that last completion, he's already over 2,000 yards passing for the season.
The Longhorns, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. The give to the single back. And it looks as if he'll pick up maybe a couple.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
And into the end zone. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to touchdown Longhorn! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And how big is that for this offense? Put a nice drive together, get the touchdown, add to this lead already. Everything right now, Palmer, going their way.
Yeah, that was as good a 2-minute type situation as you could have offensively. And, David, they've got so many weapons on this offense. They practice these situations all the time, and they put it to work here at the end of the first half.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on offense.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive plays, and maybe some more balance. And listen, it's nice to have that weapon and kick long field goals. If you kick too many field goals, you don't get very many W's.
To the air, it's Mateer. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. This will likely be the last play of the half.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotions, and they were on full display in that first half. And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust its strategy, he could be headed towards a career day. That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to see who comes out on top of this rivalry contest.
Just about set to get this second half underway. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Looking for a man. It's Manning. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming.
Well, on that last deep shot, it looked to me like the quarterback probably forced that ball into coverage. But can you really blame him, guys? I mean, these two have already hooked up for 2 touchdowns in the game. If I'm him, I'm thinking the same.
There he goes. And he's brought down. Flag is also down.
Illegal block.
A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. Here comes the offense on second down. They're looking for an advantage to the right. And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like, that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Just a short pass to the tight end. Tackle is made at the 25-yard line, and that'll bring up a fourth down.
Well, it's a nice job by the tight end there. He's patient. He fights his way through all the traffic in the middle of the field, running that drag route, making it an easy completion for the quarterback.
The Longhorns line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Might have thought he'd want to try to pick up a few yards there, but he's content with making the fair catch right around the 35-yard line. So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. He'll do it himself. Spins away from the defense. Stopped at the 44, but he got 10 on the play. The Sooners moving quickly to the line. Off play action on first down. Looking for the end zone. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Man, it's so hard to play defense nowadays. You got a strike zone where you can hit people. You get flagged for targeting. You get flagged for pass interference. That was beautiful. Great job in the end zone, making it a hard window to throw into, and when he caught it, making him feel you.
To throw, it's Mateer. This time it's complete. He goes out of bounds right at midfield. The Sooners really need to keep this drive alive on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught near the sticks. It's Sategna. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play.
And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's second and long here. Snagged in the middle. It's held. He'll work his way down to the 28. And the Sooners will snap it on first and 10.
Man, that play takes some protection. If you're going to stick it in the belly and that wide receiver is going to run down the field that far, I need some good protection, and I need my lineman not to go downfield. Nice job by the quarterback making the right read, being patient, throwing that strike.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They got nothing on the last play. It's second and 10. Off the play fake. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him...
Turning it on! They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. This is makeable field goal range here, but it looks as if they'll go for it on fourth down. On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. Incomplete, and that'll be a turnover on downs. And here come the horns. They've got it again on offense.
Well, great defense on that one. They were ready for pass, and they forced the incompletion. They're coming off the field. That's a big win for this defense.
He's stuffed after picking up one to the 23. Didn't get much on first down. It's second and 9. Dropping back, it's Manning. Pocket breaking down. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Finds his big tight end. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. And the Longhorns come to the line on third and short, trying to convert here. They thought they could just run it on third and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. And here comes the punt team. No chance for a return. He makes the fair catch at the 26, and that's where they'll go to work. Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on fourth down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down. Play action. That's caught. It's Gibson. Powers through the defender. And he picks up the first down, and he does it. I'm not going to say spin move. That was a pirouette. It was elegant. It was beautiful. Caught over the middle. It's Alexander. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. The Sooners headed quickly to the line. Gonna look downfield again. Grab behind the line. It's Kent. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
And the offense showing off the short passing game, moving the sticks. Nice job, and look at them. They're right on the football, ready to capitalize on this momentum.
Grab behind the line. It's Gibson. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. They'll run play action. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And this is why this team is losing this game. They cannot protect their quarterback. He's already been sacked a bunch of times. Almost got sacked right there. This guy doesn't have a chance with the way this offensive line is playing.
Back to throw, it's Mateer. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down. The Sooners will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And they'll let that one go, and it'll roll out of bounds. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. Didn't get anything done 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm here. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Right on the money. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. Wants to go up top. They get to him as he throws. Grab near the marker. It's Young. They mark him out of bounds at the 42, and they're on the move. It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. They're going to run it. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. And the Longhorns come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's 1st down at the 27. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They've got him looking run, but they're going to throw it. It's complete. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. The Longhorns have it with a 1st and 10. Leaves it with the back.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football, and you've got to just keep getting positive yards. You've got to keep the third downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. They'll run it from the gun. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. The give to the back. And boy, is he close to that 1st down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
You've got to think there's 11 guys on defense right now keying in on this running back. They've watched the tape. They've seen this guy gash defenses. He's scored a boatload of touchdowns.
And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on downs.
He had nowhere to go with the football. fourth down, you know he wants to make a play. I'd like for him to throw it up, to be honest. Try to give somebody an opportunity to make a play. Who cares if I throw a pick? It's fourth down anyways, but couldn't find anybody to get the ball off. Defense surrounds him, gets him to the ground with a sack.
The Sooner offense returns to the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And now on second down for this offense. Got it behind the line. It's Kenton. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. And the Sooners will hustle to the line. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The offense has it 1st and 10 from their own 20. He'll pull it on the read. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They had a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Looking to throw, it's Mateer. Oh, they're after him. Got it in the middle, it's Alexander. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion, because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up? See if they can maybe confuse this QB.
The Sooners will bring the punt team onto the field. He'll take it on the return. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. To the ground with the back. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
That's such a nice start to this drive, too, because you've got the lead late and you want to run the football. You want to be physically dominant. Defense knows you're going to do it, and still, on the very first play of the drive, you're able to rip off a long run like that. Great vision there, and a nice job up front with the surge by the O-line.
Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. He's been so locked in, it seems like any pass called is a guaranteed chunk play.
Yeah, and winning late like this in the ball game, keep trusting him, keep spinning. You know why? Because stats matter late in the game. You want some postseason awards? Keep chucking it, keep getting those stats.
He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Longhorns have it with a 1st and goal. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, points. They give themselves just a little more cushion as they close in on extending this winning run. Texas fighting them through the air and on the ground, reminiscent of Colt McCoy's big day against A&M in 2009.
Yeah, just doing whatever they want. And this is a good spot to be. Listen, Texas gets a highly recruited kid at quarterback every single year. Can this be the guy that takes them to the next level? Today is a good day.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. Things had not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. Through his hands and incomplete. He normally makes that catch every time it's second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Now the play fake. Got his man downfield. Turns it on down the left side. And he picks up a huge chunk of yards on that play before he's finally hauled down. Power football with the run. Tough sledding there as he picks up 1 to the 29. The Sooners want to crank the tempo.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Got it in the middle. It's held. Just does not like to be tackled, discarding guys and getting to the 21. And the Sooners come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Balls and fired complete. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a first down in the red zone at the 14. Gives it on the option. Can't get him to the ground. He's going to lose a yard on that one. After losing yardage, it's 2nd and 12. Back to throw, it's Mateer. Quick screen to the speedster out wide. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the complete to the right. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down.
We're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
And they're going to settle for a field goal attempt here instead of going for it. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. Are forced to settle for 3.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes the Texas offense. On the option. He'll toss it. Picks up the first down, still moving. Big run from deep in his own end, and he's out of bounds at the 28-yard line. Offense has it at the 28 on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Lost one deep down the right side. Grabs it inside the 15. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play. He just keeps piling up numbers with completion after completion in this standout performance.
And I think some people might say late in the game, you got the win, everything's in hand, be a little bit conservative, or you just...
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Longhorns! That score will give them a little more room to operate here in the fourth quarter as they go for their 6th straight win. They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way, Palmer.
And I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back, but these guys need to take ownership. Now's the time. In this type of game, they have got to step up and start making plays.
How about this? These guys are going for two. To the air, it's Manning. Makes the grab in the end zone for the two as they extend the lead.
Gotta love the execution. Not easy to throw down here, but the quarterback made a good read, accurate throw, and they come away with 2 points.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So here comes the Oklahoma offense. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look,
Breaks into the open. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. The Sooners in the hurry-up.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Tried to pound it on first down. Now back to the line.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. They'll leave the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the first. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Catch in the middle. It's Sategna. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Sooners are on the move. You always hear run the route deep enough to get the first down, but if you don't, you better fight your way there, and he did.
Yeah, nice job. And listen, catch the football, understand 4th and short, the situation, and then go get that first down. Don't dilly-dally. Don't try to make a home run play. Get past the sticks. Nice job of understanding that situation.
And the Sooners pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Sends it back in motion. Dropping back, it's Mateer. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Wants to throw it. Catch in the middle. It's Kent.
And defensively, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. You're going to win this game.
They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. Grabbed in the middle. It's Kent. That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it up the 16-yard line. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. The Sooners have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Back to pass. Keeps looking downfield. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Rushes on him. Grabbed over the middle. It's Alexander. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. Fires to the end zone. It's incomplete, and the defense comes up with a stop.
Listen, with the aggressiveness of offenses and taking chances, a lot of times it's going to put your defense in a hole. And this defense is going to have to come through in the clutch right here because you're trailing. They can't get more scores. They got to get a stop on this possession, and the offense is going to have to do better than they just did.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And with a lead like they have here in the fourth quarter, no question this offense is going to continue trying to pound the rock. They're going to run the football and try to ice this game.
Determined run, but he stopped after 2 yards down at the 13. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they have this game in hand right now. But we'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. Coming to the line of scrimmage on 3rd down. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. The Longhorns send out the punt unit. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. They'll get this drive started from their own 45-yard line. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. To the air. It's Mateer. Back open in the middle. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the 1st down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. Can't make the connection, and the defense gets a 4th down stop. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one. They went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
They came into this game with plenty of people putting them on upset alert, and they were ready for the challenge.
And they passed it with flying colors. And this is what you want to do as a team. You want to make these little statements across the season. And they proved, Palmer, the difference between them and the other team being ranked is wide, and there's a reason why.
You're right. Not all ranked teams are created equally. They showed that here today, dominating in all 3 phases. This is a team everybody needs to look out for.
They're wanting to pile up some extra points. And he wanted to get the score right there, but it falls incomplete. It was the Longhorns who will ride off into the sunset with a coveted golden hat trophy after beating their despised rival to the north. Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.